Hello, my name is Shannon, and welcome to my channel where we focus on the food, restaurants, and culture of New Orleans and South Louisiana. Today's video is centered on the historical relationship between Black Americans and Native Americans in Louisiana, specifically on the mixing of the two groups. Louisiana's story is different than other states when it comes to this complicated history. So this video is not focused on the tribes in other states and what happened in places like Oklahoma between them and the Black people that were there with them. Briefly, a little bit about myself. I was born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana, and I graduated from college with a minor in history for my bachelor's degree. The reason why I minored in it is because I realized that I was taking so many history classes that it didn't have anything to do with my major. So I said I might as well get some credit for it as a minor. And it was simply because I loved history. I thought that maybe one day I might be a history teacher. And yep, that's my real hair. So one thing that interests me is the colonial period in the South, especially in my city and state. And along with so many other different aspects of this history, the African American and Native American encounters fascinate me. In case you're wondering, I thought that I had Native American ancestry on my dad's side because that is what I was told when I was in my late teens or early 20s. If you're African American, you know the drill. It's a common theme, and I understand why. However, years later, when DNA testing became a thing, I took the Ancestry.com test and the 23andMe test, and lo and behold, both of them showed a little bit of Native American ancestry, meaning there was one full-blooded indigenous ancestor many generations ago. But that ancestry was coming from my mom's side of the family. The interesting thing is that that side of the family didn't even know about it. After my mom took an Ancestry.com test, we discovered that the Native American ancestry came from her father's line. This is a picture of my great-great-grandmother who was born in 1887 in Donaldsonville, Louisiana, which is like New Orleans was, the land of the Chitimacha tribe. She's my grandfather's grandmother. There's more research to be done, but a grandparent or great-grandparent of hers is where the Native American ancestry entered into the bloodline. Spencer Wells, director of National Geographic's Genographic Project, says that the African Americans they've tested range from 53% to 95% sub-Saharan African, 3% to 46% European, and 0% to 3% Native American. According to genealogist and scholar Dr. Henry Louis Gates Jr., a small percentage of African Americans do have a significant amount of Native American ancestry. Statistically speaking, only 19% of African Americans have at least 1% Native American ancestry, and only 5% of African American people carry more than 2% Native American ancestry. How do these percentages translate into ancestry? Well, if you have 5% Native American ancestry in your mix, that means that you have one Native American ancestor 4 to 5 generations back. That equals 120 to 150 years ago. If you have 2% Native American ancestry, you have one such ancestor on your family tree 5 to 9 generations back. That equals to 150 to 270 years ago. 1% of Native American ancestry means that your ancestor entered your bloodline 6 to 10 generations back, and that equals 180 to 300 years ago. If you get a chance, please check out the Trail of Tears documentary on Amazon Prime Video. Episode 3 is entitled Black Indians, an American Story. In this episode, they discuss when the Native American and Black American mixing started, which was early on at first contact. And back then, the tribes didn't really see a distinction between quote unquote races, because I believe there's only one race, the human race, but they simply saw those that they were in relationship with as a part of their tribe. In Louisiana, as I mentioned earlier, New Orleans was the land of the Chitimacha before the French arrived. Before European contact, the region's name was Bobancha, which was a Choctaw word meaning land of many tongues. The Chitimacha fought with the French 12 years before New Orleans was founded. And during those colonial years, the Native Americans and people of African descent were both enslaved. However, the Native American population dwindled. For example, the Chitimacha tribe originally had about 20,000 members, and today there are less than 2,000. The Black population increased back then due to the transatlantic slave trade continuing to bring people from West Africa to work on plantations. And the population also increased because of the birth of Blacks born in America. It's during slavery that some were able to escape with the help of the Louisiana Native tribes. I've read more than one source that talks about the large percentage of Native American ancestry in Black people from Oklahoma. But I also read where out of the African Americans from the South, those from Louisiana have the largest percentage of Native ancestry. So I was thinking about why this ancestry was unknown in my family. And as I remembered other research, more than likely, whoever that first Black Indian relative was, he or she was classified as Black only. It's just like the one-drop rule that took place during the same time period during slavery for those that were considered mulatto, quadroon, or octoroon, no matter how white they looked. Let me know what are your thoughts about the history between Black Americans and Native Americans. Please leave me your thoughtful, constructive comments. They would be greatly appreciated. I'm really interested to hear what you have to say about this topic. Also, in the description box, I'll leave information and links to the sources that I've used in this video and also other places that you can look for more information. Thanks again for your time and attention. Be blessed.
Great drink. Bonjour. Comment ça va? Comment ça va? Oh, merci, très bien, très bien. Au revoir. Au revoir. Au revoir. Au revoir. Merci.
Au revoir. Au revoir. Merci. Merci. Au revoir.
Hello.
Au revoir.
How are you?
Hello.
He said, how are you?
How are you? Fine.
I'm good. You are my friend.